I'm Scruffball, and just lately I've come across this game on the PS2 called Eternal Ring, and I've been wondering, is it any good? How does it play? What's it like? Is the story any good? Should I give it a go? Well, I didn't really write anything more for this introduction. Me? Lazy? I'm not lazy, I'm a very busy person. I do not get a lot of free time to do these videos, let me tell you that now. Look, I'll tell you one thing for sure. I've got to take care of this cat. Eats all the food in my house. Evil. This is hard. I put effort into this. I mean, you think making these videos are easy? Right, cat? Cat, yeah, the cat agrees.
Kane Morgan was lost in the dreams of his childhood. He saw the charred remains of his home. He saw himself standing alone amid the wreckage. His mother and father were nowhere to be found. Kane was very young at the time, so young that he didn't really understand that he lived in a country known as Solskjaer, and that the neighboring country, Aldine, had suddenly become a cruel, aggressive invader. There was one other thing. They had all left for the island. That was all he was able to remember. Pangaria was the largest country in the western continent. The elders, who at the time were the acting rulers, had abruptly dispatched a group of knights to a place known as the Island of No Return.
So the game starts out with Kane, the main protagonist, being dropped off by a humble servant of the king onto the Island of No Return. Now that name makes me feel real comfortable. Anyways, we get this cutscene, which, by the way, is just terrific.
I gotta be going now.
Thanks for the lift.
If you're gonna deliver that ladder, you'd be a lot better off doing it before nightfall.
You bet I will.
Okay, it sucks. And what the hell is this music? It just drones on and on. Forever. It's endless. You'd be a lot better off doing it before nightfall. Is that a Bronx accent? As in New York? It's not a medieval accent, is it? So I have to complain about that. Whoa, just smack me in the face with a cave-like nightmare, why don't you? So this is seriously off-putting right from the get-go, and again, I have to complain about the music. This is not level 1 music, if I do say so myself. The next thing I noticed about the game is the controls. We are on the PS2. I swear, this might as well just be Shadowgate 64. In fact, that's what this reminds me of. It's bloody awful. Anyways, we can go back outside to the area we just came from. So, in the name of exploration, let's go take a look. Well, now we know we can't swim. Sure, I'm glad that I discovered that early on. At least now we know what happens when we die as well, so, you know, no surprises this time. You want to know what's really annoying? Trying to hit these damn crane flies with this small sword while in first person perspective. Ah! Ah! So eventually, after 5 or 6 years of sauntering through this cave, we escape to this village? I'm glad to say now, by delivering the king's letter, we can finally progress.
Oh, you're from the mainland. We've been expecting you. I'm Evans. Let me take that letter from you. It says here to add you as a member of our team. This means we'll need the captain's approval, but he's always asleep. What can we do?
Oh, okay. I get it. So, you people, you're just gonna stand around here like there's nothing you can do about it.
I guess we just can't send you back. There's nothing we can do.
Wake him up, you f***ing idiot! Jesus! Oh,
Everyone's surrounded by it.
I don't know what to say. It's driving me insane. Okay, so trying to ignore how empty and pointless this whole village seems, I'm moving on. Moving into the water shrine, that's where we're going next. Now, if anything, this is where the game needs to make some massive improvements. I kind of feel myself becoming worn down by this whole experience at this point. Now, I've been wandering around this whole place for well over 10 minutes, and I've faced the same enemy and repeated the same process over and over and over again, and only one thing comes to mind: that I am so unbelievably bored. Okay? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just rambling on, trying not to get lost in this maze-like dungeon. Everything looks the same. I have no idea what I'm doing or where I'm going. Why am I still playing this? So eventually we get this ring that can shoot fireballs. Honestly, that's it. That's all it is. There's nothing more to it. That's the height you can reach in this dungeon-based level. Why do I put myself through this? I mean, it's a game called Eternal Ring. You'd at least at this point think that the only redeeming feature this game could possibly have is the rings you obtain in the game eventually. And maybe that would add some sort of strategy or element of surprise or a way to enhance the combat or just something. I mean, there must be something there. You'd think that something would come into play with these gems I keep collecting, and these blank rings that seemingly have no current purpose in the game right now. Well, you'd be right about that. As it turns out, I think this is where most of the game designers put all their energy into making the game. So this is a method of creating more super powerful rings. And it's absolutely magnificent. I mean, just look at all of it. It's amazing. There's extensive detail. So many of them have all sorts of different things that they enable you to do. Some are attack, some are assist rings, all sorts. I guess you can say this is the one and only good redeeming feature that they put in the game. I mean, the amount of effort that's gone into it just looks unbelievable. And now, brushing over the next pointless events of the game. Pointless end of dungeon boss fight, 2 stars. Meh. Followed by a meaningless water dragon cutscene, 1/2 star. Please try harder. Cutscene in which everyone dies in the village and the entire village burns down, 4 stars. Well, it's about time something worthwhile happened in this game. Okay, second boss fight, 2 stars. It's just a little doggy. It wasn't even a hard boss to defeat.
Well, we don't like woofers. I demand a re-rating. 0 stars, effective immediately.
No, Catman. This is my show, and I'll give the ratings around here.
Or else what? I'm king around here.
Hey, do you want to eat tonight? Well then. I mean, really, at this point, right, I've been so terribly drawn out of the plot that I just have no idea what's going on anymore. I mean, seriously. It does explain it in depth right from the start, but when it was, I must admit, I'd rather go back plundering through that goddamn water shrine again. Like, forever. Because that's what it feels like. You're just going around in circles forever and ever and ever. Literally. Drives you up the bend. Completely insane. Honestly, I'm not joking. Look, I'll show you. You can seriously see and hear my mind snap. Well, did you hear it? What am I actually getting out of this game? What the hell does it do better than any other game I've played before? A first-person view that requires precise combat skills. That is very debatable. Stunning dragon action sequences. Somehow, I do believe they were meaning to use a different word other than stunning. Maybe a four-letter word, still beginning with S. Now, how about those terrifying monsters that habit the island of no return? Check! Enhanced graphics that create dramatic scenes. I'm sorry, but am I having deja vu? There's nothing dramatic about the same line of music over and over and over again. You know what? I think that's enough Eternal Ring for one day.
It just goes to show that the moral of the story, kiddies, is that you should never buy or play a game with doggies in it, because they are simply terrible, unlike games with cats in them.
Cat? I don't think that's the moral of the story.
Well, you've most certainly outdone yourself. Well done, Scruffball. That was really good. You're getting better and better each time.
I don't really care what you think. I mean, I just don't give a damn. I only care what the comments say. Oh. 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 Oh.
Well,
these are really bad. Oh.
serves you right, doesn't it? You know what? I'm taking away your sanders.
What?
All of them.
What do you mean you're taking them away?
No, you're not having them. Not until you behave.
You can't take away my Zeldas. I got your mouse.
No, not the mouse. My plan is